the interview that was done in the CFU Championship in Montego Bay, Jamaica in 2012.
Give the public your name and your function.
George Evans.
George, I understand you've been past executive of the J.F.F. Could you inform us of what your background is?
My administration background was that of a former president of the St. James Football Association and first vice president of the Jamaica Football Federation, where my specific function was in charge of marketing and sponsorship. I served in 2003 until 2006 under a previous administration. I then migrated and came back. And since I've been back, I've been actively involved again as president of St. James, formally. I'm now a member of the Premier League committee that runs the Red Stripe Premier League in Jamaica, and also a member of the marketing committee of the Jamaica Football Federation.
So you've seen the 98 Reggae Boyz to now. Could you give us what you think of the development from them, the enjoyment, the changes?
Well, obviously leading up to 98, it was a different scenario in that the majority of players were home-based players. So it was a distinct advantage for the coach to have them in camp. They lived together, they worked together, they trained together, and they played numerous matches together. And it was only in the latter stages that we incorporated some overseas-based players. So it was a different scenario then. And obviously they were gifted with many, many quality players. There were some quality players based here in Jamaica, hungry to get out of Jamaica to get contracts. And I think it augured well for Coach Simoes and the administration at the time. Obviously the support for them on and off the field was also very, very successful and very instrumental in helping them to get to France 98. Unfortunately, since then, we've somewhat regressed because we have made it back to any World Cup, which is the holy grail as far as everybody's concerned here in Jamaica. And there are several factors for that, I think. I don't think the Premier League here in Jamaica is as good as it probably was, and that may be because we're a victim of our own success, in that players have had the opportunity to get transfers out of Jamaica, get contracts, which ultimately is the aim. So you don't have the time to spend with the players at a national level as you once did. Players coming on a Saturday, Sunday night for a game on Tuesday. So they probably have one or two training sessions and they're gone again. And with all due respect, no coach in the world is going to really be very successful with that, especially when we keep changing players. I'm very hopeful now that we found a balance of a cadre of good young players and a good squad. And if the coach can continue with that, I think there will be some improvements in what we've seen in the Caribbean Cup and winners of the Caribbean Cup.
So, in terms of the Caribbean Cup, what do you think of the tournament and what do you think led up to the success of Jamaica?
I think there's a combination of several things. Not least of which is that I don't believe the standard of the teams partaking in this Caribbean final was of a particularly high level. I thought the standard was very, very average, if not poor. And I believe Jamaica, and being very unbiased about it, were worthy winners and the best team overall. But sadly, I don't think the standard was particularly good or very high. And this is the Caribbean. The next step is to conquer CONCACAF. And that's going to be the next transition for all these teams, is when you get to CONCACAF level, then you're going to have to do the business there. And it's going to be hard to break the monopoly of the big three, Mexico, USA, and Costa Rica, as they've proven in the last World Cup. Are probably a cut above everybody.
Okay, we are waiting on a call here from George Evans to continue his interview. He is calling in now. So, hello. Yeah, Mr. Evans. I just want to do a follow up, knowing that the last relevant aspect of Jamaica football was the Reggae Girlz. So I just thought at this time I'll take a little opportunity to find out your thoughts on the Reggae Girlz and the status of the football. How are you doing anyways today?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Everybody else trying to stay alive and healthy in this coronavirus situation, but all is well, as best as can be in the Caribbean, in Jamaica.
Now, you know I'm going to do the Reggae Girlz magazine for Star Soccer Review. So, first the qualification, and before we move forward, I understand that the football program was, the Reggae Girlz program, the women's program was cancelled before this campaign, this 2019 campaign for the World Cup happened. They had no program in the Jamaican Football Federation?
Well, for a time it was cancelled, but then it was reinvigorated with the new Jamaica Football Federation administration and with the kind assistance of Sidella Marley and the Alacran Foundation, and with the coaching staff who assisted and did a great job in mobilizing everybody together with limited financial assistance, let's put it that way. They were able to pull a rabbit out of the hat and work miracles in getting the program restarted and eventually qualifying for the World Cup. So Coach Mendes, Donaldson, and other members of the coaching staff and the girls themselves and the others who were around did a fantastic job in a very limited time.
Yes, I have a picture with you that I forwarded to you with Sidella Marley. But I guess that's symbolic of, that was a gesture that for you acknowledging her contribution towards making it happen?
At the time I was the chairman of the marketing committee of the Jamaica Football Federation, which would have involved trying to get sponsorship, partnerships for all the teams, not just the Reggae Girlz, but the senior men's teams and the junior men's and ladies programs. And that was a photo opportunity in meeting with Sidella at the game in Kingston and talking with her, having met her a couple of times before, during the time of which she was very prominent with the Reggae Girlz. So it was just a continuation of extending our gratitude to what she has done for the Reggae Girlz.
Okay, now after that farewell game in May 2019, did you go to the when the squad was reduced, did you go to the game, or you went directly to France?
Which game was that one?
They, I think, was in Scotland or somewhere there. They went I think in the US, they met in the US and then they went to Scotland. They had a game.
Yes, they played a friendly against Scotland in Glasgow, which, was in preparation for the World Cup. So I went as well to the World Cup, not as a member of the Jamaica Football Delegation. I found my own way there.
When did you get to France, and did you go straight by the Reggae Girlz camp, or did you stay in the same vicinity, and how was that?
Well, I was able to stay in the same hotels with the delegation, from the official delegation from the Jamaica Football Federation and the teams themselves. And so going to all the games, went to some of the training sessions as well. And it gave me a first-hand view of what was taking place. And the girls, and again, acquitted themselves well and gave a good account of themselves. Obviously, the standard from CF very similar colors, so sometimes it was hard to detect as to who was Jamaicans and who were Brazilians, but
Yeah.
it was a fantastic atmosphere. And one of the things that was very evident in the games that Jamaica played, the non-supporting team, everybody was for Jamaica. Jamaica was the Cinderella team outside of France. I think it was everybody's favorite team because of what they brought to the World Cup itself, both in colors and culture and atmosphere and music. So all in all, Jamaica's participation definitely enhanced the World Cup.
You went to all 3 games, I assume, right?
I wasn't there for the Australia game. I came back after the second game.
So, is that the only World Cup you went to? Did you any other World Cup, men's or women's, prior to that?
I was at the France '98 World Cup.
You have a unique, you probably one of the few who have that unique balance that I can speak to. So, looking at the atmosphere, how you balance the two? Just let's deal with the atmosphere and the expectation from one to the other, and how you compare it. You know, if,
The '98 World Cup was, you can never ever take away and compare the first time, whether it's men's or women's. So it's incomparable the first time in '98. That really was something to behold and something to treasure for all those people who went to the '98 World Cup. Again, it was a great experience because France is not too far away from the UK, and there was a lot of Jamaicans that came over from the UK, both for the '98 and last year's World Cup. But equally, there was a lot of Jamaicans from Jamaica itself and North America who made the trek. And then the '98 World Cup was just one big party. People just went with no great expectations. And again, the guys acquitted themselves as best as they could in what was a very, very competitive World Cup game. Croatia, who a lot of people were not au fait with, thought that that was going to be probably one of the games that Jamaica would have got something out of. And Croatia at the time were a top 4 team as they proved. The Argentinian game, well, we know what the quality of Argentina are, and they showed it. But then we got a great result in the last game against Japan, and Pedro with his 2 goals, that was something to treasure. So all in all, winning one game at the '98 World Cup, the atmosphere, everything that went with it was fantastic. And that's not to say that last year's Women's World Cup was any less. That was just as exciting and as comparable. But as I said and alluded to, there's nothing like the first.
as far as momentum and something at the end of the tournament, going back home, they can hold on to the fact that the Reggae Girlz scored the first goal at the tournament in the last game against Australia. I mean, I was hearing it all traveling to the games that the supporters were dying to get a goal, and they did get that goal in the Australia game. So again, it was ending up on a good note.
Absolutely. Even though it was not a win, everybody just wanted to see Jamaica score a goal. And what a goal it was. So it was well worth the wait. It was an excellently constructed and well taken goal. So
Yeah.
all in all, it ended well.
And moving a little way now into present, do you know the status of the football now? I mean, we know we have the coronavirus situation right now.
Well, I'm only aware of what I read like everybody else, that up to a couple of days ago in the newspaper, the president of the J.F.F was talking, and the president of CONCACAF were suggesting that their hope was that the World Cup qualification games will still be played in Jamaica. However, that's not set in stone. The possibility exists that it might not be played in Jamaica, although I fail to see how that can be going forward. But everything is up in the air at the moment, so we're really not certain what's going to happen when this coronavirus actually settles down and we get back to life and we get back to sports. So it's just a question of time.
Okay, and picking up from the last interview, review it a little bit. We were talking about the caliber of the game. If I remember correctly, Jamaica won that Caribbean Championship, and I think they reached the final of that Gold Cup and under F.I.F.A, and then the second year they reached the final again under Whitmore, and last year they reached the semi-final. So
Yeah.
how you think the on the men's side, how you think the senior men's programs doing?
Well, to have reached two finals of the Gold Cup and semi-finals of the Gold Cup is an absolutely amazing achievement. It just shows that Jamaica are in the top 3 or 4 teams in CONCACAF. Once they get it right and once all the players that are available, are in the program, Jamaica will remain very, very competitive. And again, the goal is to try and get to the World Cup 2022. And even though it's going to be very, very tough, because always, except for the last World Cup where America never made it, but you always put America, Mexico, Costa Rica as the top 3 sides. And then thereafter, anything can play from Jamaica, Honduras, Panama, going forward. So it's going to be tight, but I think Jamaica has the capabilities. They have the players, and they have the coach to go all the way to the 2022 World Cup.
Which is Coach Tapper? I guess Tapper is still the coach, Whitmore, Theodore?
Theodore is still the coach, yeah.
And speaking of coaching areas now, I understand there was a change in the women's side of the shop in terms of
Yes, Coach Menzies and Donaldson have left, and Coach Busby on the 20 girls in the qualifications for the Olympics, which to me was disappointing because the girls up to the point of the last game where they lost 2-1 to Domrep looked as though they were going to be a third, or at least a semi-final, where they probably would have played America, which would have been a very difficult game.
I'm getting George, I'm getting a feedback from you there. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that the coaching staff has changed. Coach Menzies and Coach Donaldson have gone, and Coach Busby was installed as a temporary coach for the senior program, women's program, and the under-20 qualifications for the Olympic Games. Mm-hmm. And that was rather disappointing because up to the point of the Dominican game, which they were very expected to win in the quarterfinals, unexplainable, they lost 2-1, which was a great disappointment because Jamaica should really have at least made a semi-final and then go for the best.
Now, how many of the girls, the Reggae Girlz from the World Cup? I understand there was a high percentage of because that's more or less under 23. The Olympics are more or less under 23. It's still open to everybody. And did everybody play from the Reggae Girlz World Cup team?
Yeah, I don't know the numbers exactly, but there was from the names that played in the qualifying Olympics tournament, there were quite a few of the senior girls who participated, and that should have augured well for them to have gone further than they did.
Did Khadijah play?
I'm sorry?
Did Khadijah Shaw play?
No, she was, I think she's too old.
Right, okay. Well, that's big. Honestly, that's big. Because I saw, the little I saw, I think Jodie Brown was a kind of coming out for Jodie Brown, right?
Yeah, Julie Brown played, and I think she was, if not the top scorer in the tournament, but if not the top scorer, she was certainly in the of the Reggae Girlz senior team is very, very young.
Yeah, they were the youngest. They were the youngest team in France.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yes, and if they continue along that path with the same squad, they're only going to get better in CONCACAF and on the world stage.
Yeah.
I think when you speak to the General Secretary and the President, they will probably give you more of an insight as to where they're going with permanent arrangements and as far as the coaching staff are concerned.
So for right now, you're on lockdown like everybody else, I guess.
Yes, there's a certain amount of lockdown from 8 o'clock until 6 o'clock. And in the evening, or 6 o'clock until 6 in the evening, but you get a couple of hours grace to travel to and from work.
Mm-hmm.
And the wearing of masks are now compulsory. So we are under, lockdown, curfew, you name it,
Yeah.
with no flights in and out of Jamaica.
You still have no flights, you said?
No, flights are very selective and very limited.
Okay.
The flights that are able to come in and leave. So only on special reasons as to why flights are in.
Mm-hmm.
Airports are closed as well. So we really are under heavy manners as it is.
Well, George, want to wish you all the best, and you need to stay healthy and make sure you have your quarantine down pat.
Thank you, and I wish the same to you, your family, and all your viewers and listeners.
Yeah. So thanks for the time, and I wish you all the best.
All right, thank you.
All right.